Hello and welcome to a new session of Watch and Learn training series on EventTracker version 9. In this session, we will discuss the installation of EventTracker Enterprise in detail. EventTracker is an enterprise-grade solution that provides real-time alerts, secure warehousing, and flexible reporting. It provides a unique combination of capabilities, including enterprise-wide distributed console event management, rapid integration with Active Directory, USB device monitoring, automatic remediation, reporting and analytics, real-time alerting, file integrity monitoring, and virtual infrastructure monitoring. For optimal performance, let us first discuss the hardware and software requirements to host EventTracker Enterprise. For EventTracker version 9 installation, only 64-bit Windows operating systems are supported, where the CPU should be 2.8 GHz and above and should be 8-core or equivalent. The memory should be 16 GB, and the hard disk drive should be a 200 GB of solid-state drive for application and search cache, and a 100 GB non-solid-state drive for storing archives, which might vary as per the data retention needs. Please note that it is recommended to have two partitions in disk 1, which should be the solid-state drive, the partition 1 for the operating system, and the partition 2 for EventTracker and search cache. The archives are stored in a non-solid-state drive disk. The required components and the compatible browsers are as listed in this slide. Also ensure that the Windows updates with all the latest service packs are installed. Please note that it is recommended not to install EventTracker on a domain controller, and it is recommended to run the EventTracker Manager console on a dedicated Windows server. In this slide, the ports used by EventTracker are listed for you to set up the exceptions in the firewall. Shown here are the list of EventTracker services that will run on the server where EventTracker is installed. Next, the supported operating systems for the EventTracker Manager and the EventTracker agents are listed here. EventTracker application supports both the IIS and IIS Express for installation. It is always recommended to use IIS for installing EventTracker Enterprise. If you choose to install IIS based on the requirement, you need to configure it manually before proceeding with the installation. For more information, please refer to the IIS configuration guide available at eventtracker.com. Now, let us start with configuring the IIS. In our demonstration, we are using a Windows Server 2012 R2 to install EventTracker. By default, all role services are not installed while installing IIS 8.0 on Windows 2012 R2 server. You need to manually select the application development and IIS management role services while installing the web server. These are essential services and should be up and running prior to installing EventTracker. Click the Server Manager icon available in the taskbar, and then select Add Roles and Features. On the first screen, click Next. The role-based or feature-based selection option is selected by default. You can select the installation type as per the requirement and then click Next. Select Local Server from the server pool and then select Next. In the Roles pane, select the application server and then select Web Server IIS. Add Roles and Features wizard displays the confirmation message. Click Add Features and then click Next. Select the .NET Framework 3.5 features, which includes .NET 2.0 and 3.0. Click Next and select the Web Server IIS support. Add Roles and Features wizard displays the confirmation message. Click Add Features and then click Next. Scroll down and expand Application Development node. Select .NET Extensibility 3.5, ASP.NET 3.5, and then enable ASP, and then scroll down and expand the Management Tools node. Select the Management Tools and all the sub-options. Enable IIS 6 Management Compatibility and all the sub-options. Click Add Features and then click Next. Confirm the changes. If required, click Specify an alternate source path. Select Restart the destination server automatically if required option to restart the server once the installation is complete. Then finally, click on Install. Now, your IIS configuration is complete for EventTracker installation. If you are using EventTracker for the first time, launch the executable program and proceed. Right-click the executable file and choose Run as Administrator. EventTracker pre-install check window displays. Click the Next button. The hardware summary pane displays. Note that it may take a few seconds to fetch the hardware details, and a processing symbol will appear during the data collection process. Click the Next button. The Install Type page displays. Select the Standard or Collection Point or the Custom option and then select Next. In this section, Custom option is selected. Now, the prerequisite page displays. Note that if the prerequisites are not installed, then a message Not Installed displays against the respective prerequisite. From EventTracker version 9, it will also install the Python and Java runtime environment through the pre-install check. Click the Next button. For some Windows platforms, .NET Framework gets installed via Deployment Image Servicing Management Tool, DISM. The instructions to install .NET Framework is given in detail in How to install Microsoft .NET Framework. Click the Download button to proceed with the downloading and installation of Python and Java. Once the prerequisites are installed, the database page displays. If Microsoft SQL Express is not installed, then click Next. The pre-installer prompts to download SQL Server Express Edition. Click the Download button. Please select a location to download the SQL installer window displays. Select the path to download the SQL Express on a particular location and then click Save. SQL Express starts downloading. Select the SQL Install and Data Directories screen will appear, where you can choose the directory to which the SQL Server is to be installed. Select the Browse button to choose the location and then click Done. For SQL Express 2012, 2014, 2016, and 2017, one needs to provide the username and password of that person or account that will run the SQL service. This is to prevent the service from stopping, since in some systems, it is observed that the SQL service doesn't execute under the default account in which it gets created. After Microsoft SQL Express is installed, the Elasticsearch page displays. EventTracker pre-install check will install the Elasticsearch 5.5.2. Click Next. The pre-installer prompts to download the Elasticsearch. Click the Download button and select a location to download the Elasticsearch window displays. Select the path to download the SQL Express on a particular location and then click Save. It starts installing the Elasticsearch. In the next screen, select IIS or IIS Express option. Please note that only the IIS Express will be displayed for installation if IIS is not installed on the machine. If it is installed, it will display the installed IIS version along with the IIS Express option. In our example, as we have already configured the IIS, we will select the IIS and proceed. In the next screen, the disk usage page displays. Check the settings and then click Next. Verify the installation summary and then click Next. In the Define User Group page, select Local Machine or Active Directory option and then select the Next button. If the Local Machine option is selected while creating group or user, the user should be a part of the administrators group in the local machine. The user should have logon as batch and logon as service rights granted. If Active Directory is selected, select Create User Group EventTracker or select Existing User Group option and then select the Next button. Please note that when creating a group, we encourage users to use the group name as EventTracker, though EventTracker works with any group name. In case this group name does not exist, then the default choice will be to create a user group EventTracker, else the default choice will be Select Existing Group. If Create User Group EventTracker option is selected, then members of this user group can access EventTracker page displays. If Select Existing User Group option is selected, select any group and then select the Next button. In Define User page, select Create EventTracker Admin or Find User or select Existing User option. If Create EventTracker Admin option is selected, enter relevant credentials and then click the Next button. If Find User option is selected, enter a name in the box and then click the Next button. If Select Existing User option is selected, select an appropriate user and then select the Next button. In Summary page, verify all the data entered and then click the Install button. EventTracker Install Shield wizard displays the welcome screen. Click Next and Install Shield wizard displays the license agreement screen. Read the license agreement and then click I accept the terms in the license agreement option to accept the terms and conditions, and then click the Next button. Select a certificate file page displays. Note that if the user has selected Custom option in EventTracker pre-install check, then the installer prompts to add the certificate file. To locate the path of the certificate file, click the Browse button and select the file. Click Next and select the components. Click Next. The Install Shield wizard displays the Select EventTracker console type screen. In our example, we are selecting the console type as Collection Master. Click the Next button to keep the default store location, or click the Change button to change the snapshot store location for change audit if the license includes this feature. The Ready to Install the Program screen displays the summary of the installation path, console type, and the selected features. Click the Install button. The Install Shield wizard initializes the configuration settings required for the proper operation of EventTracker. After initializing the necessary configuration settings, Install Shield wizard displays the basic configuration dialog box. Select the appropriate options and then click OK. Click Import Existing Event Log Entries option to import existing event logs such as application, security, and other logs from the system if required. Check Add a shortcut to the desktop option to add the shortcuts to the EventTracker application on the desktop. Add EventTracker Diagnostics as a startup program option is selected by default to notify problems about EventTracker, if any. Click Finish to conclude the installation process. Install Shield wizard displays the EventTracker configuration screen. Make sure that you select or enter the correct user credentials, user authentication, and EventTracker group in order to log in successfully. The username or authentication that is done in EventTracker pre-install check reflects in this screen, but the user has the option to override it. Type valid user credentials in the username and password fields, respectively. The installation process is now complete. You can verify the same by launching the EventTracker Enterprise application from the desktop shortcut and log in using the valid credentials. For further information regarding the installation process, refer to the EventTracker 9.0 install guide from EventTracker.com. This concludes our detailed walkthrough about the EventTracker installation. Stay tuned for more topics that will be following this video. Thank you.